fun with Ben and Abe. Why are those boys so crazy? I guess they were born that way. We're speaking in English, we're doing it real slow. So come on, everybody, hope that you enjoy the show.
Howdy, partner.
Hello, everybody.
Hey there, Big Rich. Thank you for coming all the way here in the summer heat.
I did ride my horse with my cowboy boots.
Yeah, the summer is in full swing.
It is. It's hot. It's humid. Yes.
I love it.
I hate it.
I love it. You hate it. But there's one thing about summer
Ooh, what's that?
Oh, what was that?
Ooh. I said, ooh. Ooh. I did it. It was completely instinctual.
And that is river tubing.
Indeed. Fun
Yeah.
times. Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't been river tubing yet this year.
I don't think I've gone in 2 years.
You didn't go last
I
year?
definitely did not go.
Okay, well, we definitely have to go river tubing soon. You were one of the original river tubers.
I'm the OG. I'm an OG.
Yep. It was you
Yep.
and me and our Brazilian friend Dan.
Yeah. We started it about 10, 12 years.
12.
Maybe 13.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago. Now we're well known on the Hirose River.
Yes.
Here come those crazy gaijin
Those cowboys.
floating down the river in their river tubes.
Oh, it's good fun. It's good fun.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's refreshing.
Yeah.
You get that cold water splashing on you
Fresh
on a
air.
hot summer day.
Yeah. Yeah.
The beautiful sounds of the river.
Yep.
There's some wildlife.
I've had fish jump kind of like over my feet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had a fish jump right into my lap.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's good fun. Sometimes we see fishermen and,
Yeah, the fishermen, mixed reactions from the
Yes.
fishermen.
For sure.
Some of them are pretty cool. And some of them look like they think we're, I don't know, trespassing.
Right.
Or
Bothersome.
I guess, you know, they have to reel in their line
Right.
when we go past them.
Right.
So some of them are like, wow, cool, guys.
Yeah.
Konnichiwa. Like,
Yeah.
you know, we always try to be polite.
Oh,
to the
we always
fishermen.
try to move out of their way.
Try to move out of their way. We say "shitsure shimasu,"
Right,
you
right.
know.
Right.
You know.
Eh.
But some of them don't look happy to see us.
Yeah, they don't take well to us, but we are polite.
Yeah, we try
Yes.
to be polite.
In a very unpolite activity.
Well, yeah, strange activity.
Yes, for sure. But it's good fun, and we have some professional tubes that are very big and very reliable. And so
Yeah,
it's
our
good.
tubes have beer holders and
Backs?
I would call it a headrest.
Yeah, headrest. Okay, yeah.
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 So they're comfortable and they're very strong.
Yeah, they're vinyl.
Yep.
Yeah.
It takes a lot to damage them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them have been damaged though.
Indeed. There's holes. You've repaired them.
I've
couple
repaired them. I
Yeah.
use silicone
Yes.
to repair the holes in the tubes.
Yeah.
Do you remember that one time when Dan's tube popped completely,
Yes.
but there were 4 of us?
Yeah, we just linked.
Yeah. So Dan's tube sank
Yes.
completely, like big hole, totally fucked.
Yes.
And the remaining 3 of us, we tied our tubes together in a kind of triangle.
Right.
And then Dan kind of laid on top of
On a
us.
couple different tubes kind of thing. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, he had to sit like half on one tube and half on the other.
Tube team, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, because where his tube popped was like the worst place.
Like right on the bottom, right?
It was right below the, Date Masamune's grave.
Oh, the place, like at the
The
beginning.
Zuihoden.
Right.
Like, so the famous samurai place, Zuihoden, is way up on a kind of mountain.
Right.
And then there's a steep cliff.
Oh, so there was no way to get out.
There's no way to get out. You have to follow the river.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was our...
Yeah. There's a few places where there's nowhere to get out. So
Yeah.
it's quite tricky if you have a problem,
But it's not that dangerous because the river is not that deep.
no, it's no more than up to my knee maximum, basically.
In most places, it's only around knee or waist
Right.
depth or even more shallow.
Right. Right.
In fact, that's usually the problem.
Yeah. And then if you have to walk, it's super slippery. So.
Yeah, we look at the river.
Right.
It's always a question, is there enough water?
Yes. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Except that one time.
Yeah. Well, I've actually, my friend Scott's tube busted once. And we did the same thing. We just tied the tubes together.
And you had him sit half on one, half on the
It
other.
was like 3 or 4 of us, and we
Yeah.
just kind of went down. But that is the thing. Like any new person, the rules I tell them are like, there might be a place where it's too shallow, and if you get out, never let go of your tube, because if you slip, that's bad. So if
Never let go.
always
of the tube.
hold it and bend over and walk forward. Because if you slip onto your
and if
tube.
your tube goes off,
Yeah.
and
Right. That's also a terrible thing.
you got to make sure you hang on to
Right.
it. You
Right.
don't want to lose it.
Right. You don't want to lose it, and you don't want to hurt yourself. So always walk as you're bended over, walking forward with your tube. It's like the hardcore rule I tell everybody.
Yeah.
Because of course, safety first, but also we don't want to lose it.
And another rule,
Yeah.
never leave a man behind.
No, never leave a man behind. Are you going to tell about the story?
I am going to tell the
Jesus.
story. Our biggest mistake ever. Our biggest...
Didn't leave you behind.
You tried.
I didn't.
Hold on.
Hi.
We're going to tell the story. Do you remember?
I remember exactly.
Remember who we were with?
We were with the airplane pilot dude. I don't remember
The
his name.
airplane pilot guy.
Yeah.
His name was Andy.
Andy.
It was around 10 or 11 p.m.
Quite late, yes.
I think we were doing a shot.
I think we drank a bit, yes.
Drank some tequila shots.
Probably,
We were already a little drunk.
yes.
And we said, let's go river tubing.
And the river was very full,
There was a huge typhoon
like a few days before.
a few days before. And we very stupidly
Yes.
decided, let's do it.
Right.
It'll be crazy.
I remember you tested out an area, and then you were like, "It's okay." So I was like, I mean, not I'm just saying, like, it seemed okay.
I was like, hey guys, I'll test it.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
And I walked down about 10 meters
Right.
and I got in the river and I thought, seems fine.
Right. And it looked fine.
Yeah, but when we got around where the river kind of curves,
Right.
that's when things got crazy.
A little bad.
Yeah. So it was like midnight,
Yep.
pitch black,
It was.
totally dark.
Yep.
We were holding on to each other
Which
tightly.
is a safe thing to do.
Yep,
Especially
staying
when it's
together.
fast. Yes.
And it got so crazy.
It did.
There were trees that had fallen in the
Yeah.
river, which is very dangerous.
And unknown to us.
Yep.
Which is the thing, because we know the river very well. But if there's a new development, we didn't know.
We didn't know. It was a horrible idea to do that at night.
With a newbie also.
Yep.
Yeah.
and I was thrown into the river, skabloosh,
Skabloosh.
right near a fallen tree.
Yep.
Very dangerous. I was underwater. I fought. I swam up to the surface. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. And I get my head out of the water. And what do I hear?
Oh, no, you always misinterpret it.
What do I hear when I get my head out of the water? I take a breath, and I hear Rich.
Oh, God.
I hear you say, "Leave him! Just leave him!"
Oh, you don't understand.
You're yelling at Andy to let go of my tube and leave me behind.
No, you don't understand. We were about to crash into a huge tree, and my whole thing was like, Abe can take care of himself. If we hit the tree and fall out, there's so much worse situation.
So just leave him.
So leave him for now. Don't focus on him.
Yeah, but
focus
the
on
river
the
was
tree.
so fast.
There was nothing I
You
could.
left me.
No, I didn't.
How would I catch up to you?
But how?
And here's the thing. Luckily, Andy didn't let go of my tube.
But I never
I was
advocated to let
able-
go of the tube. I just advocated like focus on us crashing now. We'll
Okay,
deal
I
with
believe you
Abe.
said,
in a
leave
se-
him.
I know,
Let go. Leave him.
I don't think I said. Okay, if I said that, I apologize. I just was like immediate threat. Tree,
Okay.
10 meters, coming in. Abe fell out.
Leave him. Anyway, I grabbed onto my tube.
How did you
climbed
get the
back
tube?
in.
Did
I
you-
don't know. It was pure adrenaline.
Right. Yeah.
And then we hung on to each other tightly.
Right.
And we went.
Right past it. And I believe we got out early.
We
'cause
got out as early as we could.
Yeah. Yeah.
Normally, that would take about 90 minutes.
Right. It was
And it was like, it took us only like 20 minutes.
Right,
Because the river was so fast,
fast.
and dangerous.
yeah. Yeah, that was a stupid night.
That was a big mistake.
That was not fun.
No,
No.
it was pretty wild.
It was regretful. Very
But
much
I
so.
remember when we got out of the river,
Right.
I was like totally sober.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I think we all were.
Adrenaline and the being so scared,
Right.
like
Like the uncontrollability of the tube.
totally sobered me up.
Right.
I didn't feel drunk anymore
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah. Yeah. That was perhaps the most dangerous situation.
That was definitely the most dangerous
Yeah.
situation
Yeah. That was
we've been in with the tubes.
that was not a cool night. But it happened.
yeah, it happened. All right, well, let's move on because
If you've got a question, don't be shy. 'Cause Abe and Rich are real nice guys.
Let him go.
If you've got a question, don't hold back. 'Cause Rich and Abe will answer that.
all right. We've got a question, Rich.
I'm excited as usual.
Yep. This one comes from Anonymous H
Okay.
and comes via email.
Ooh.
Rare question from email.
Mm-hmm.
FBEteachertalk@gmail.com if you'd like to send a question by email.
Please.
And she says,
Mhm.
Hello, Big Rich.
Ooh. Directed at me.
Direct
Excited.
question for you. You've told us that you traveled a lot.
Uh-huh.
Do you have any terrible experiences on airplanes, etc., because of your huge body?
Not anything particular, but yes, it is very uncomfortable for me to be in a seat.
An airplane seat.
Yeah, long flights are not fun. I tend to get up and walk around quite frequently. Every now and again, the airlines will recognize that I am tall.
That's the next part of her question.
Ew.
She says, or do you have positive experiences because the flight attendants see that you're so big and huge, and maybe they give you some kind of nice special treat?
Oh, they absolutely do.
They do?
It's happened a bunch of times where either I'm at the gate or before that, and they'll say, look, you're pretty tall. Are you okay with sitting in the emergency aisle? And then they'll give me the whole explanation. Like, look,
They'll give you the emergency aisle.
yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
the emergency aisle.
And then you just have to kind of like not literally sign off, but just verbally
I know.
agree.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to be.
You have to say, yes, I will help if there is a crash landing.
Yes.
You have to lie.
Yeah.
And tell them that you'll hold the door open for everyone.
In fact,
When really you'll say,
leave them.
and you'll slide out of the emergency slide first and leave everyone behind.
Awkwardly, I was traveling with a girlfriend one time, and they gave me the whole list of rules. And of course, I'm just like, yes. And then they go, is she pregnant? And I'm like, oh man, this is an awkward question. But the rules are like, if you're pregnant, you can't sit there.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, oftentimes either at the check-in or actually at the gate, they'll change my ticket.
Wow.
Yeah, it's happened to me.
The emergency row. I pay extra for that.
Now they've given it to me a number of times, just sightseeing. They see
just
me.
see you and they say, big guy,
Yes.
how about the emergency row? You'll be a lot more comfortable.
Yes.
Okay, well, that's a great experience. Do you have any negative experiences?
I'm going to say not really.
Just being generally uncomfortable?
Yeah, just generally uncomfortable, but everybody's always nice, and I've never had someone complain about my legs being big or, like everybody's very polite. So I've not really had any specific bad situations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, it's very nice.
She also says, like, she imagines that, you help other people put their bags up.
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
You do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need help with that?
It's just more like
You ask them, can
Like,
I help you?
if they're struggling to
I'm way up here.
yeah, just literally and figuratively.
And if I drop something, you have to help
yeah, that's
me.
my rule too. Yeah. No, just more like you have to respect a person and not touch their belongings. But like if someone is like, there's already a bag in there and they're trying to put it in, I'll like move.
You can see.
Yeah, I'll move the
Needs
bag
to be reorganized.
behind their bag and then go, okay, push it. And then, if they're struggling to like actually close it because they can't reach far enough to close it, I'll just lend a hand kind of thing.
You're sitting in your seat and you'll just reach up.
I'm not that tall.
Don't even have to stand up. I'll get that for you. Click.
There's a new teacher at my work, and she's a former flight attendant, and we were talking about it the other day, and I just said, look, my whole thing when I'm flying is I'm the most polite I can possibly be, because I realize there's 300 strangers on this flight.
You're polite to everyone.
Because, and also the flight attendants are like, look, they're not our slaves. They're doing their best job to take care of us. And so I'm always making eye contact. I'm always showing that I'm aware of where my...
Always making eye contact?
Well, no, what I'm saying is like, like when they talk...
Staring at these cabin attendants?
No, I just make an effort to be like, always say thank you and please, because I realize there can be bad customers.
You're stuck in a metal tube flying hundreds of kilometers per hour
Right.
through the freaking sky.
Right. And
Like, let's try to make this as painless as possible.
right. And they need to know who to like rely on, trust, know Richard's not going to freak out. He's not a crazy man.
Here's the question, Rich. Here's the big question.
Okay, ready.
Chicken or beef?
I'm a chicken man.
Chicken?
I love my chicken.
Always chicken.
Always chicken.
Yeah. They both suck.
Yeah, they both. Well, I don't.
Both
You know,
horrible.
I don't have that big of a problem with airplane food. I don't think it's terrible.
It's pretty bad.
You think so?
Depending on the airline. Air Canada,
I've never
terrible.
flown. I've never flown.
Japan Airlines, ANA, ANA.
It's not bad. It's not
much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
American Airlines, United,
really?
terrible.
Okay. I don't mind it. I mean, look, I'm not expecting gourmet, you know.
I know you can't expect gourmet, but
Right.
I find that the Asian airlines
Better,
generally have much better food.
for sure. Yeah. And nicer staff.
Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
You know, white people food kind of sucks.
Yeah, it does.
You know,
It does.
I mean, Italian, French,
Yeah.
down there in the Mediterranean,
Yeah.
they're pretty good. They know how to make good food, but
Yeah. So you're saying Northern
go
European?
England, you know,
I
North
find
Europe, the
the-
food is
yeah,
pretty shitty.
the food and the hospitality is way better in Asia.
Way better.
Yeah.
Way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just nicer people, less harsh.
You know, one of my students is a cabin attendant
Okay.
who's going back to work soon.
Okay.
She had some time off for child
Maternity
raising
leave.
her kids. Yeah, maternity leave and child care leave. And she told me that people tend to be more emotional on airplanes. I've heard that.
Maybe. Yeah.
And sometimes, like when she asks chicken or beef, and they say chicken, but she's like, "Oh, sorry, all the chicken's gone." There's sometimes people will like even cry.
Really?
Yeah.
No. I'm always very
Actually, no, I'm gonna
nice.
cut that. Never mind.
Well, in terms of me being nice, no matter what I say, like, hey, I want the chicken. If they say, sorry, it's pasta and beef, I'll be like, okay, I'll just take the pasta, the beef. Like
Yeah.
this isn't a restaurant.
What were you saying just before I started talking about my student?
My size.
Yeah. Oh wait. Oh, actually, one time
Mhm.
I was on an airplane with a guy even taller than you.
No kidding.
Yeah, he was probably 200 centimeters.
Okay.
Yeah, 6'6", I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Yep. And, I chatted with him.
Mhm.
He's American. We're in the emergency row, of course.
Right.
Yeah. I was lucky. I just got it. He paid extra.
Okay.
But anyway, he told me some tips.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He said, the airplane food is never enough for me.
Yeah.
But if you go to the very back of the plane,
Uh-huh.
you can get like a lot of the food.
Because it's like everybody's served, so there's extra?
Yeah, like you can't get a whole new meal,
Right.
but they often have like sandwiches or cup noodles.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if you're hungry on a plane,
Right.
just walk all the way to the back of the plane
Oh, and you can ask them.
and you can ask them.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So I started doing this.
For real?
Yeah.
Huh.
And sandwiches, beer.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
As you said, you like to walk around and stretch your legs anyway, right?
Yes.
Walk to the back. Say, very politely, of course. Me too. I'm also very careful about being polite on airplanes. Say, excuse me, but would it be possible to maybe get a can of beer?
Right.
And they're always like, oh, sure, here you
Yes.
go.
Yeah.
They love it because they don't have to come to you.
Right. Right.
They're just like, oh, sweet, thanks. Like,
Right.
here you go.
Right.
That saves her some, kind of
Time, effort,
hassle of
whatever.
you calling her, asking.
Right.
She has to remember where you are, go get the beer, bring it to you.
Right.
And then you say, oh, no, just a can is fine.
Right.
Just take that
Right.
can.
Yeah. That's good to know. I never thought about doing that, but I will.
Yeah.
Perhaps. Yeah.
Yeah. I think his name was Ryan Murphy.
Ryan Murphy. Wow, you remember his
American
name.
guy living in Hong Kong.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were on that flight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ever since that, I always go to the back when I want to get a beer or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to say, just in general, I've flown many, many times. I never have a problem. I mean, everybody's
Okay.
nice.
Well, there you go, Anonymous H.
Yeah. Thank
Rich
you very much.
never has a problem, and sometimes he gets special treatment.
I do. Yeah.
All right, Rich, there's one thing that we like even more than listener questions.
Oh, yeah.
And that is when we get 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts.
Indeed.
Yes, we got a 5-star review.
Oh, did you? Oh, wow. Well, thank you very much. And congratulations to this podcast.
Yep. Remember, our last 5-star review came from a listener in India.
Yes.
This time, it comes from someone named Nyankoki.
Nyankoki.
Yeah.
Which country would
Nyankoki.
this wonderful listener be from?
Well, I'll tell you. The title of the review is Funny and Reliable.
Ooh. Okay.
Reliable.
I like reliable.
That's why you got to release an episode every Tuesday.
Oh, so that's like her comment about the podcast.
I guess so. We're reliable.
Okay.
You always know it's coming on Tuesday.
I try.
We always try.
Yeah.
And she says, he or she says, I'm Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
This is my first podcast to brush up my listening skills.
Good.
Wow, my first podcast. That means this is an organic listener.
Indeed.
Meaning they found our podcast
Without
without listening to my other podcast.
Right. Like first time
Yeah.
freshman kind of thing.
So they say, it's my first podcast to brush up my English. Great choice.
Right.
Nyankoki.
Indeed.
They say, they speak slowly and clearly
Well, thank you.
so I can understand well what they talk about.
Mm-hmm.
That's our goal. Thank you. More than that, their talking is so fun. Their conversations are so fun.
Well, thank you.
And listeners can ask questions about relationships,
Ooh.
business matters,
Mm-hmm.
and so on.
Indeed.
Great review.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, thank you also, Abe, because this is your podcast.
What's yours too now,
Well,
Rich?
Thank you. Thank you.
It's yours too. You're going to have to take responsibility.
Great
Yep.
powers is great responsibility.
Yep.
I feel like
Yep.
a superhero now.
Anyway, look at that.
Wow.
Ask questions about relationships.
I speak freely about my life because I think it's important.
Good.
Yeah.
Yes. Business matters.
Business matters
We
is
love
also important.
questions about business.
Indeed.
We are experienced
Yes.
businessmen.
Buy, sell, trade.
Yes. Dividends.
Yes.
Compound interest.
Yes.
And, financial things. We know so much.
Oh, good God. Cigars, whiskey, and business.
Yes. If you need some business advice, come to us.
Come to us.
Yes, we'll steer you in the right direction.
Towards profits.
Yes. We'll get you out of the red and into the black
To the black.
in no time at all.
Efficiency is our motto.
Efficiency, yes. Ha. Streamlined.
Streamline.
Yes, and other business words.
Get out of business world.
Anyway, thank you very much. Please come to Apple Podcasts. I was running out of...
I know.
Please come to Apple Podcasts and leave us a 5-star review and write something just like Nyan Koki did. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Get a hold of us on Instagram or on X. Ask us a question, leave a comment, or just say hello. Come to my website, 55freebird.com. I'm coming to Osaka July 14th.
Ooh.
Come and join me. We're going to play games. We're going to have drinks. We're going to get crazy. And we might even speak some English.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, a lot of cool people are going to be gathering for this event. That's on the events page on my website, 55freebird.com.
Right.
Thank you for listening to Freebird English Teacher Talk.
Thank you very much for listening.
See you next week.